5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, YouTubers and friends, welcome to Flashing Your Pan as Marvin Live. Oh! Hey, YouTubers and friends, welcome to the Flash Studio once again. I know, I have my weekly Tuesday night Ain't Out Live tomorrow. Can't believe it's been 8 years too since we started. But it's a snow day today. I have to travel through 5 counties to get to the job site I'm currently at. And the majority of those were level 3. And I am not an emergency vehicle, and I had no reason to be out in them. I think they're down now, so I'll be traveling to work. I hope my hour and a half, 2 hour drive don't turn into a 2.5, 3 hour drive. We'll see. I'm running 2 live streams, one on vertical. Hey, all of you over there in vertical land on your phones and stuff, thank you so much. I think there's like 44 of you on vertical right now. And what's in my other, and on desktop there's like 8 of you. Iron Antler, get to see the beauty and the beard in the house over on regular, what's that, horizontal view, big screen, whatever, on your PCs, on your televisions, tablets, laptop. We have Iron Antler Adventures, all things country, you legend. We have Hobo Rob, Larry, 5 Mile Relic Hunter, good to see you. Um, the modern Michigan prospector, good to see you in my house. Georgianne, great seeing you. Jason E. Miner in the house, and Roman with Ringo. Good to see you, Mama Bird. If you're got all warmed up from your day shoveling at work. And numero uno on horizontal was our friend Brian Wilder, um, from American Gold Prospectors. All of them great people. And let Bone Dead Heathen in the house, and Angie and Rick, Family Adventures, and John R. Good to see you on horizontal. Now over on vertical, hey, Bone Dead Heathen's over here too, along with Dot. Good seeing you, Dorothy Richardson. And if there's a little lagginess or a little buffering, it's because I have a lot going on my system, and it's about as old as my Tuesday night Ain't Out Live. I know it's time for an upgrade, but First things first, James, Master of One here in Vertical also, along with David Alfonsotti Art and Michael. How you doing, Org? Yeah, Mike, we got like 6 to 8, all more than I thought, solid, with about anywhere from 1.5 feet, 2 foot of snow drifts. I got the back walks done the first time in the afternoon or whenever it was, evening time yesterday before dark. And then I hit them again earlier today. And I didn't do the rest because Judy, she decided to hire a young'un. So a dad brought over a teenage boy, I believe it was his son, brought over his teenage boy, and he did the front walk and partial of one of the driveways. Judy said it's cool. He did more than that, got our porch and some other stuff. And then I went out, shoveled a little of my driveway, or it's Judy's driveway, but my truck's in her garage since I still work. She's retired. So I'm using the garage because in front of my garage looks like a hoarder owns it, but I swear I'm not a hoarder. I am I could use that. I can use that someday, specialist guy. And if you have me on Facebook, you know I shared something. Can you hear her right now? She's yelling, "You're a hoarder!" But I am terrible. My shop's cluttered with stuff that I know I can use somewhere down the line, along with my garage and prospecting gear and construction stuff and clutter. And so she's such an awesome better half that since I'm still working and my commute so far and stuff, and for winter, she's allowing me to park in her garage. But I couldn't park in my garage even if I had the room because our travel trailer's in front of it. So, but nonetheless, Judy hired a young man to shovel our walks, and he did a good job. And I could have probably instructed him better, but you know how it is. He was like, yeah, yeah, okay, okay, okay. Uh, but it is what it is. And speaking of it is what it is, a gentleman I worked with, Devin Dunlap, good guy, bought me a hat, but you'll see that tomorrow night. Because I have no idea if he's in this live chat or not right now. And but I thought I'd go live today since it's a snow day. And Aqua Donkey was on live earlier, and so many friends and parts of the Treasure fam and were live. So I was gonna do it earlier, but I bumped it to 5 instead of 3 because Netflix dumped a bunch of James Bond stuff, so I've been kind of um, doing some binge watching of some James Bond, that is James Bond, and been liking it. But I'm not sure what I was going to share with y'all today. This is not Tuesday Night Hangout Live, and tomorrow night is our Open Line Tuesday, and our friends over at the Mat Cave, prospectorsdream.com, will be giving away, chances are, one of those little USB high bankers you can play with right at your desk. They're really cool novelty piece, but as you know, I love Dream Mat and their products. I use them in about everything I own. But you can have a chance to win one of those tomorrow night. Compliments of our friends over at prospectorsdream.com. But I was thinking about showing you how one of the ways I use Chat GPT and and other tools that I use in my neck of the woods compared to like out west. Out west, I'd be digging more into open to mineralize open to mineral entry land and BLM and U.S. Forest Service. Would be looking for areas that has a gold history and studying old mining history and old conservation corps booklets and records because they'll tell you other stuff that you can't find in other places when you're doing the bulk of your work in prospecting. I would say be research is 80% of your work in prospecting out west. And it's also a bit of work here out where I am now. But Ohio has no natural source of gold. We have no lode, at least that has been found yet. Maybe if you get down to the bedrock under the limestone that was placed here when this was a shallow sea at one time, maybe then. But as far as I know of modern records, there is no natural occurring gold in Ohio, Indiana, might be in Pennsylvania. There is in New York, but in some of these other states in the area. Michigan has natural occurring gold. Up in the UP was a huge contributor to the copper industry, huge. And I personally believe the copper from the UP and Island Royale actually made it all the way back over to Europe and the Middle East and uh, the Mediterranean area and helped fuel the Bronze Age and stuff. I actually happen to believe that King Solomon actually mined his gold uh, in the Great Lakes region. We know Vikings have come in through the rivers and stuff up to the Great Lakes and have settled areas in Wisconsin and Minnesota and stuff, you know. But that's my theory from my research and studies on a lot of things. But um, but I use I use county auditor maps in my area since everywhere in this area is either private land or leased land. And to one way to get to other grounds besides the beautiful Swank West lease or the Swank East lease, which it's good to have a 4x4. I wink wink if it's a little muddy or whatever because it's a dirt road back to the Swank East lease. And then there's the Spriggs lease down in South Central, not Central, South, almost to the Ohio River, is a lease there, which is home to like Bear Prospecting, Brian and Annie, and the home chapter of, or the home to the tri-state chapter of the GPAA, where the Swank West is the home lease to the Buckeye chapter of the GPAA, where I'm a member of. I'll get down to the Spriggs someday. I see Sam's in the house. If you're in Nebo, North Carolina, Sam and her husband are the caretakers down there, doing a great job from what I see. I've been down to that camp. I liked it. It's really close to Lucky Strike Mine in Thermal City. It's not far from Statesville, North Carolina, where my friend Bill Brewer and Mary has Carolina Prospectors. Please do. There's a link down in the description. You could follow to Bill and Mary's store. I am it's not an affiliate link. They're just my friends, and they both have been very good to my channel. They're very good to several other channels, and they're great people to the community in whole. What's Sam saying here? We were at the Spriggs once. I wasn't a huge fan of the river itself. The people, though, at the chapter are great. I've never been to the Spriggs yet, but it's definitely a large dredge lease from what I've seen. Um, and I I'd have no problem. And I hear the gold could be really good. And from what I believe, the ancient river at Tears, whatever, it flowed out of West Virginia in that vicinity and up there. I know there's an ancient channel to the east of that river, but up where I live, actually south of where I live, around the St. Mary's Salina area, is the river, old river valley, but now it's flat. It's filled in from the glaciers. But um, I've been told and have seen gold that has come out of those ancient channels, but that was all down southern Ohio that they were found. And I'd like to get down there and look at it personally. Uh, Out of all the claims I've been to, even the patented mines, patented properties that the Lost Dutchman's Mining Association have, even though they're a whole different animal than the GPAA. But um, out of all the leases of the GPAA and claims I have been to, Swank West, there's a reason why I've heard it being called the gem of the East Coast, or gem of the East, because the Buckeye chapter in whole, well, a few, a slight few people, the volunteers that help take care of that place do an absolutely fabulous job. And twice a year, faucet days and gold rush days, springtime and fall. Buckeye chapter puts on a great show. Yeah, the swank's beautiful, Sam. If you're over on vertical, make sure double tap that screen. Give me a like. It really helps out a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. Volunteers are the gem. That's right. Aqua Donkey, just like the real gold, the real wealth and worth of our lifestyle, or some would call hobby. I have a habit, being from the West Coast, I don't like using the term recreationalist or hobbyist, even though, to be honest, that's what it is where I live. Because I could know, well, maybe now with the price of gold being around 5 grand, over $100 a gram, I might be able to make wages now if I really seriously did my diligence and dredged and dredged and dredged. But out west, you have to have a certain mindset, even if you're very small scale, because terms like recreationalists and hobbyists excludes you from, what is it, the 1894 Mining Act. There's where Congress actually gives the right, even though I think it should be a God-given right, for us to explore public lands for valuable minerals and to benefit ourselves off those lands. And that's why I know a lot of people, great people out here in the Midwest and East Coast, likes calling our leases claims, but technically they're not a claim. You don't claim the land, you make a deal with the owner and lease it. They both cost money unless you're able to obtain permission. And then if you want, you have a deal with the owner. You let them pick your best. You give them some gold as a gift. You make a small arrangement, maybe a percentage, maybe none at all. Depends on the owner. Um, Well, yeah, from what I've seen of some of the pans you guys had over there in Western PA, Aqua Donkey, yeah, yeah, you know. Um, in my younger days, I'd be out like Aaron and Aaron. I used to go in the North Cascades with snow up to my knees to get into places, break ice and stuff. And even 8, 9, 10 years ago here, shoot, I have videos where, but that was late February, early March, where ice is floating down and tapping my tripod and stuff. But I was also thinking about, here, let me share a screen, and I'll give you an idea of what I was doing on some of my spare time. Um, I know it's glitching a little because I'm making my computer work. Right there, right there it's actually a PDF file that was made for me with the help of my prompts and modern technology with ChatGPT. It can be a very good tool if you use it as a tool. But that there is this, what I have here, and it's a request for permission to prospect and dredge for gold on a certain plot of land in a certain part of my state that I found gold in, my friends have found gold, and there's a history of gold being found because the best place to find gold is where gold has been found before. But it's like, hi, my name's Ed Marvin, and I am writing to respectfully request permission to enter private property for gold prospecting and related outdoor activities on your property located in Champaign County, specifically beep, beep. The property is listed under beep, 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 parcel number beep, 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 beep. All prospecting and dredging activities would be conducted in the stream only with no excavation, disturbance, or equipment used on surrounding banks, fields, or upland areas. I understand that gold prospecting is and dredging involves inherent risks, including uneven terrain, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm just paraphrasing and stuff what it says, but it goes into liability waiver release, landowner permission, and on this page, I also had Chat GPT. If it gets glitchy, it's because I'm making my computer work more. I also had them write me up and do the research because what Chat GPT or Grok or some other AI search engines and tools can do for you in seconds takes me hours. But I asked it to write me up uh, uh, adequate legal waiver and a liability waiver release and ownership permission slip. It's 3 pages where it covers the landowner's ask for anything that may happen to me, that I would take full on responsibility for my safety uh, and even death. But there is a clause in it where, unless, I got to protect my bottom too. Um, it's like, and all claims or liabilities arising from my participation, including negligence, except for there is someone's willful or intentional misconduct to me, then it protects me. And I just had a sticker come off my thing over there. I think it was Team Lynch's sticker. Um, it's not quite the same as my sticker wall in my shed, but that's what I've been working on sort of in my time off. I use it free, and but I ran out of I ran out of my allotted time for certain things. Um, so I kind of had to stop until it was like 3:30 this afternoon. So now I could continue where I left off, because in the original one, like this one, oh, this one does. The original one didn't have my mailing address. This one does, and but it brought up like on the release form itself, it states voluntarily request permission to enter private property for gold prospecting, metal detecting, panning, digging, hiking, and related outdoor activities. Um, but I was going to have them excluded, but the more I think about, maybe not, because I do use a metal detector out here in the stream, even though I'm not necessarily looking for nuggets or gold. I'm looking for man-made heavies, lead, bullets, casing, barbed wire, horseshoes, etc., uh, to help me locate fallout areas. Because where that falls out, gold will fall out also. So, but I'm just been using this tool here, up there if you're watching vertical, over here if you're watching horizontal, uh, to help me with permission slips that I can mail out to the landowner and go from there, or do I want to do a cold case and do a knock on the door and greet them and uh, explain it to them then, dependent. Because if you do your homework and you use county records and stuff, uh, you can find out who owns the farmland or the woodland area in which you're interested on doing in-stream prospecting. And everything I'll do on private land would start off strictly in stream. It's so much easier to reclaim, and it would go much better with the homeowner, in my opinion and my experience. Good day, Terry Marshall. How you doing? Terry Lefty Marshall, the king of Lightning Ridge, Australia. Good day, good day, good day. Um, Terry's over in horizontal dot, so unless you're over there too. No, Terry's here. It shows, oh, there's the phone. Okay, sorry, Dot. My bad. I'm having a blonde moment. So that's kind of what I've been working on there. I also use it as a tool to give me bullet points for, okay, that's, shouldn't be in that one, or my whole system's lagging. That's the issue. I have too much going on. Or I use for bullets and stuff for shows this season. Um, yeah, this is from last week's show with Aqua Donkey. I shot mostly from the hip, but I want to improve my shows for all of you out there. So I try to have more bullet points and kind of an outline of my show, you know. Uh, ChatGPT I found has been a good tool for many reasons, but enough of that. Enough of that. Think I'll take. I was debating. Do I want to leave that share window open or do I want to close it? I closed it. Alaskan Assassin in the house. Good to see you, Alaskan Assassin, over there on. Now, if I look at this monitor, I have my StreamYards. And while I have it in the chat mode, I could see like my brother Brewer here giving an inside joke from Cottonwood Trails with Shannon, Jim's wife, because my back was to her at our camp, and I had really long hair there, and then it was back before I cut it to donate it to Wigs for Kids. And she's like, "Who's the blonde? Who brought the blonde, or who's the blonde?" And Jim's was laughing. That's it. I believe most of the people left already in it. Maybe I forget what day it was. Jeff Bro, Owen, good to see you. I could not get chat GPT to spell adventures correctly. Every time was, uh, yeah, I was playing with it for some tweaking, some future stickers maybe, and it's yeah, flashing your pan right, but it was kind of cockeyed. And then I asked it to make it centered. It had flashing your apostrophe S, you know, flashing your pans. It's not flashing your pans, even though I want you all to have flash in your pants. It's flash in your pan. And when it took the S off and the apostrophe, it still was kind of woo. So I asked it to make that centered in the arch. And then it didn't, it made it center, but it didn't make the arch in the same as the rest of it. So then when I asked it to change that, it made it plash in your pan and not flash in your pan. And it's been kind of a pain about that. It has its, don't give up, Aqua Donkey. There's still other ways to use it as a tool. But I hear you, brother. And the more you use it, the more it's for you, tailored to you, around you and stuff. And it gets to know you. Its algorithm or the programming gets to know you and in some way how you think. So, not the one you made for me, uh, Alaskan Assassin. Not that one. I did use a program to make it transparent, though, so I didn't have a square back to it. I used it to make it transparent. But I like it, buddy. I like it. I really like it. Everybody, I drink a lot of coffee, as many of you know. So, you know, the intermission I play during Tuesday night Hangout Live, I have a couple of versions. Judy didn't like one because she thought it was too rock and roll and too heavy. So let me know which one you like better. I'll put up a poll here shortly. And first, I'm going to play the bluegrassy one that I've been using the last month or two or so during Tuesday Night Ain't Out Live. And it's the same video, more or less, just different music. So help me, let me know what you all think. I want all of you involved, those in vertical and those on your mobile devices and those on your other devices. I want you all involved because your opinions do matter to me. So I'm going to use this time to kill more than one bird with, or two birds with one stone, maybe three birds. We'll find out. So don't go away. Take a listen. And when I get back, I'll make a poll and we can go from there. All right? Be right back.
Take a break, but don't go far. Gold fever's burning like a shooting star. Grab a snack, stuff gold without still more stress. Instead of spitting the talk I walk about, shovels in the dirt, pickaxes high, treasures waiting, reach for the sky. Tuesday night, hang out live, don't go away. We'll be back real soon, there's more to say. Legends of gold, secrets untold. Hunt's not over, there's more to unfold. From lost mines to rivers wide, prospectors digging side by side. Old time stories bring the new finds, gold and treasure, it's the richie high. So breathe your time, shovels in the dirt, pickaxes high, treasures waiting, reach for the sky. Tuesday night, hang out live, don't go away. We'll be back real soon, there's more to say. Legends of gold, secrets untold. The hunt's not over, there's more to unfold. As what is Sean the Prime has his finger on the hair behind, that's our gold.
All right, okay. Don't worry about the second part of that on vertical. I need to get over to my other studio part for horizontal and put in the poll for that. Star. It does it different, huh? Or is it showing the pull on both? I don't know. But I don't know if it's showing a pull on both or not. Okay, if you like, let me play. I'm going to quit the poll and I'm just going to do it. Okay, how many votes? 1 vote. I'm going to end that poll. I'm going to get rid of this poll over in vertical. Thank you to whoever voted the yes. Okay, but I'm going to do it a different way because I'm that way. I'm blonde and I hopefully can get away with it. But here's the second version. And after that, through StreamYards, I can tell who's talking on vertical and who's talking on horizontal. So let me know after this. It'd only be 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And then I want to see by a nay or a yay which one goes. The rockabilly folk sounding one, number 1. This one will be number 2. So don't go away.
Take a break, but don't go far. Gold fever's burning like a shooting star. Grab a snack, stretch it out. Still more stories to talk about. Shovels in the dirt, pickaxes high. Treasures waiting, reach for the sky. Tuesday night, hang out live, don't go away. We'll be back real soon, there's more to say. Legends of gold, secrets untold. The hunt's not over, there's more to unfold. From lost mines to rivers wide, prospectors digging side by side. Old time stories, brand new finds, gold and treasure, history shines. Shovels in the dirt, pickaxes high, treasures waiting, reach for the sky. Tuesday night, hang out live, don't go away. We'll be back real soon, there's more to say. Legends of gold, secrets untold. The hunt's not over, there's more to unfold.
Yeah, Larry, I did it on vertical. I was thinking maybe they did it to it both automatically, but no, not yet. Work on it, YouTube. But I decided to shut down the poll on the vertical anyway. I am streaming on 2, would you call it, platforms? I am streaming vertical and horizontal, but I saw Bone Dead Heathens, Beauty, Risha, like the metal one, but okay. So, Joe likes them both. I kind of do too. But the first one's kind of like laid back, kick back, something you could enjoy a cup of coffee to and whatnot. And kick back, listen to the good, fine music and stuff. Riche. Riche. Pronounced Riche. Thank you, Riche. I'll just stick with beauty. And speaking of bone dead heathens and beauty, I need to get you and the beard back on again. That's been a while. But thank you. Thank you. But you know, with the last one I played, number 2, I was like, don't go away. I was actually singing to it. I'm blonde, forgive me. Plus I did an Iron Marvin scream. My rendition of Run to the Hills. Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden, but I do Run for the Hills when my friend from Massachusetts comes in. Run from the Hills Mining, which he makes an absolutely great sluice box too. Ron's a great guy. I've had the privilege of meeting him on the brook also. Ed, for yours, I think I prefer horizontal. For my what? Live streams? Maybe. I can understand. But I started off with this way. I did almost lives and some stuff by my phone, but a lot of times I put my phone horizontal anyway, so it's projected in a different thing. I know a lot of you stream vertically, and that's pretty much exclusive what you do. I've been streaming a long time now, probably 9 years in total. And I kind of like having all the tools in a studio or office to be able to stream and try to put on a decent show. Let's see, but thanks, buddy. Ed, you need to put a coffee machine next to you. I do. I really do. Because Rose knows I run on coffee. Did you all hear Judy, my better half? She laughs and says, you sure do. I drink coffee before I go to bed. I drink it right when I get up. I run off of it. We'll come up for you again sometime. No problem. That'd be awesome. I'll have my people contact your people, Riche, and we'll make it happen. I think I have a 31st open for March and all of April. I've been kind of slacking on my booking. Yeah, so much cool stuff to look at. Yeah, I have some lot of cool stuff actually. Like this right here. A friend of ours, you met him at Rose Nose Monkey Fest. Heard me bring up. He's a lot like River Rat. Heard me bring up something, and look what came in the mail. But the bigger surprise. Well, he did that with several things. Megadog also sent me this. And Megadog heard me talking about a carved Morgan dollar that I wanted to get. I don't have a sword handy, but see that? This is a Morgan dollar. And an artisan, see that door right there? If you take the sword out of the Templar scabbard and you slide it through a slot, see the slot on the top? It opens that door and the Holy Grail is in it. But that's an awesome gift from an awesome person that I've had a privilege of meeting on the river. Megadog 555. Where's the hat he gave me too? Because he gave me a hockey tack from the hockey arena hat he gave me too. And this right here came all the way from the land down under, from our friend, those who met him at the North Yuba nugget hunt. I'm envious, but those were all sent to me by Brad Welsh from the land down under. He made these nifty personalized flash in your pan. It came in the mail like this, and I absolutely love it. Up here on my shelf, if I don't shake it. Then I have a graded nickel I won on Rob and Charlie's Sunday morning show. This was given to me on the river by my friend Charlie. You would know him as, "Hey, you guys, prospecting." But Charlie's a great guy. This is a piece of 3D work I got. I think I picked that up last year at Monkey Fest, at Rose Nose Monkey Fest. I think it was there. And you're right, it was the birthday thing, wasn't it? 3 years ago at Cottonwood Trails. Scott Sharp's birthday, my birthday, and Terry's, right? Monkey and Scott Sharp's birthday, I think, are on the same day. I could be wrong. And then mine is 10 days after theirs. But it kind of turned into a celebration. But this is made by the real Mike Briggs, the husband to our sister of another mother, Rose Nose Treasure. Then I do have my Mama Bird and Gentleman Prospecting coasters up here. This was a gift from a good friend of mine, Heather DePotty. Actually, this was made by my very good late friend. And if it wasn't for the Buckeye chapter and YouTube and prospecting, I would have never met that gentleman over 10 years ago. And when I was picking up the dredge that was given to me by her, by Bobby's widow, my very good friend, Heather DePotty, and Erie Deary, their daughter. This is a point that Bobby found, and he made it into a knife, and they gave it to me, and I love it. And it sits up here proudly on my shelf. Proudly on my shelf. Then this is a nice little gadget I picked up at a yard sale. Can you hear it? What is it? Now, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the knife or are you talking about this? But either way, I think they're cool. This is a rain stick. No, it's not a kaleidoscope. Crick Diggers Inc. Good seeing you, buddy. No, it's not a snake. Not a rattlesnake tube. I guess it could be. It's a rain stick. I bought it off a teacher. I almost bought two because she had one that was about this big too. But I only got one. I'm kind of a collector of things. Surprised she ain't saying it. I was expecting Judy to say, collector, you're a hoarder. See, she is a hoarder. Must be a snow tube. It seems to be working. Yeah. Thank God it better not bring any rain. I'd have to put stuff up higher in my lower floor. But yeah. But that knife is awesome. Bobby was an awesome guy. He's going to be very much missed. Very much missed. But okay, if you were here for both intermissions, let me see if you raise your hand if you like number one. Give me a peace sign if you like number, no. Yeah, give me a peace sign if you like number two. Oh, well. Maybe some other day. Now, I also thought about running some material, a pay dirt bag. I don't buy a lot of pay dirt. I'd rather go out and find it. I do buy pay dirt once in a while from a few people. One, because I really don't have the money allocated to pay dirt bags. Two, pay dirt it has a very good place for it. It helps during cabin fever times, like which we have here in the Midwest right now, or up in the mountains where you're snowbound and things start getting too frozen to go out and work. Or it's for armchair prospectors and those that Duff likes number one. Thank you, Duff. Or those who live vicariously through people like Aquadonkey or Gold is Where You Find It or quarter hoarder or Pioneer Poly or California Motherlode Prospecting or Top Cat or Bedrock Bennett Two Toes or whatever. And then they could pan dirt in the luxury of their home if they're disabled or something. There is a use and a good purpose for it. I always buy something from Bill and Mary, and this wasn't just the only thing I got from them, because they come up to the Swank West once or twice a year and be a vendor during Gold Rush days, especially, and maybe some years at Fossack. And the same with Jack and Donna from Up the Creek Prospecting, which when I introduced the switchback, I ran some of their material, I believe. But this is like, it's 0.15, so it's not even a quarter gram. It's like an 1/8 gram of gold. It was only a $20 bag, but I thought about panning that because I wasn't sure, sure I could run the switchback process, cleanup sluice, which it's an awesome tool, which I know you guys seen it before. Oh, I don't even have that screen up. Don't! But, you've seen it before. It's a great tool. I love it. But, it'd be so fast, and then there'd be so little concentrates to pan to get to the color. Then I thought about panning it. But I'm already an hour and 11 minutes into this live stream. Been here about 5 minutes. I hope you're all right in your neck of the state, Bill. I heard you guys got a lot more than we did. So, and you're on vertical, I see. Still digging out. Well, that's why I'm not at work, but we didn't dig out. Yeah, but I am going to go to work tomorrow. I think I'll put you guys on screen. I think I'll go wide. No, I think I'll go regular. And thanks for making the vote up. No one else seems to. I know Roche made a vote during the song. She was like number 2. But I like them both personally. Then Terry, I don't know. I'm kind of curious what's in that bag. I know there's at least 0.15. Yeah, 0.15 plus or minus. Bill's usually fairly generous, so I imagine it'd be over. But I'm going to be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. I think it's around noonish, Wednesday, Aussie time. So, hey. But that'd be an open line Tuesday. I'll be putting a link out in the live chat so you could come here and we could talk about your channel, what you like, and what's going on with that. But I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. I do need to try to drive to work tomorrow. So, and I want to watch a little more James Bond while I work on tuning up my permission slip I made. But I'll say it in a little over an hour at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. My friends over at goldprospectorspace.com have Prospectors Radio here on YouTube. My friend Tim Grimes, the host and creator of goldprospectorspace.com. My friend Mr. Lodak, the world's greatest moderator, Rich Cooley, Swiftwater Tony, Rob from Y Gold, and who am I missing? Dennis Dayton, Dennis, Rob, Lodak, Rich Cooley, Swiftwater, and Tim host Prospectors Radio, where you'll find people like maybe Bill probably be over, Ohio Relic Hunter will probably be over at our friend's podcast or live stream Beyond Sight and Sound and not at Gold Prospectors Space. But Terry Marshall might be there. Dave Villa will be there, and a bunch of other people. Deep North Adventures, how you doing? Good seeing you. I was getting ready to hang it up for the night, I believe. Deep North. But yeah, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on YouTube at Gold. It's Prospectors Radio on YouTube, right, Lodak? Prospectors Radio, I believe the channel name is on YouTube. It could be Gold Prospector Space. Okay, yeah, Mr. Lodak says, yeah, Prospectors Radio here on YouTube. But the community and the website over at goldprospectorspace.com is a great community. A lot of them are part of the family here on YouTube too. And there's Tim's really cool about YouTubers posting their videos. There's a whole area for that. There's do-it-yourself stuff. There's places for dowsers, and they do have a live chat over there. I'd love to see more members over there and get that live chat active like once was. But it's still a great place to hang out and be once in a while. I try and pop in there every now and again, more than less lately, but it all depends on schedules. But everybody, thanks for joining me this afternoon. I really hope to see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for this month's Open Line Tuesday on Tuesday Night Hangout Live in its 8th year. Everybody, God bless you. Love you all, brothers and sisters. Until next time, may you always have a flash in your pan. And if you get to know me, you'll know I love saying this. Maybe one day too, I'll meet you on the river. It does happen. Ask John R. Ask Aquadonkey, Brewer Prospecting. Ohio relic hunter. It does happen. Maybe one day too. I'll meet you on the river. But this very second, right now, I'm out of here.
Five, four, three, two, one.